someone goes into her room, like she wakes up fast, like she can sense when somebody is coming into her room. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome to my channel. My name is Allie, and before we jump into today's video, if you're watching this video right now and you're not subscribed, literally what are you doing? Go ahead and pause this video, exit out of it, go hit that subscribe button and that bell icon, come back to this video and watch it. So without further ado, now let's just go ahead and jump into the video. So as you guys can see by the title, I'm going to be talking about how my mom died. When my mom did die, I was very young at the time. Not very, very young, but I was still young, but I was still old enough to grasp what was going on. When my mom died, I was 11, supposed to be going on 12 in a couple of months. So yeah, so let's just talk about my childhood first and my relationship with my mom. Me and my mom, we did have a really decent relationship. She was a very strict mom, and so in some ways, like, I was very distant from her, but obviously I loved my mom. That's my mom. Like, she took care of me. She wanted the best for me, the absolute best for me. So she was always on my head, about school, grades, she always gave me life lessons, just little talks here and there, like talks about sex, talks about how boys use you, all that type of stuff that mothers are supposed to do. So she was a really, really great mom. She always did stuff with us, but then she was also very strict at the same time. She wasn't that type of mom to where you can just go to your friend's house. Like, she didn't care if she knew the parents. Like, there was no spending the night at friend's house or anything like that. We were always at home. We didn't really go out much. She was very, very overbearing and overprotective, I shall say, looking back at it, because we couldn't really go out and hang out with friends or go to a friend's house or anything like that. We were always at home. But what can you do? So me and my mom, we used to always literally sit and watch Lifetime movies together, literally every Sunday and throughout summer. Like, anytime it was summer. I'm a lie. We watched it throughout the year, Lifetime movies together all the time, literally all the time. Like, we would watch not even just Lifetime movies, we would watch a bunch of movies together. She always called me in her room just to lay in bed with her and to watch movies with her. And I kind of do miss that, now that I'm older and now that I have kids on my own. I wish I did have a mom who could help me, and a mom that I could talk to about things that I'm going through in life. So anyways, back on to the topic of today's video. So yeah, my mom died when I was 12. There's a few different causes that I feel caused her to die. One, the day that she died, I did go in her room, but I did not know she was, dead. I did not know whatsoever. I thought she was just sleeping in bed. Usually, when she goes to sleep, she usually took sleeping pills, not melatonin or anything like that, prescribed sleeping pills from a doctor. And I didn't know every time that she took it or every other time that she took it, it would always put her into a deep sleep and it would be hard to wake her up. But this day, I wish I would have knew. Maybe I could have done something, I don't know. But so I went in her room. Only reason why I went in her room was because she took my phone and I was sneaking in to get my phone, looking back at it. I was sneaking in to get my phone. I was very quick with it, and I should have knew something was up then, because usually whenever someone goes into her room, like, she wakes up fast. Like, she can sense when somebody is coming into her room. So, but she didn't, and I was actually kind of surprised that, like, she wasn't like, "What are you doing?" Because that's usually what she'll say if I go into her room. But she didn't. Obviously, she didn't say anything, move, or anything like that. So I was just like, you know what? I got away with it. So then maybe a couple hours go by. My dad was not at home at the time either. He wasn't. He was out doing stuff with his dad, driving his dad around to the stores and to get something to eat and stuff like that. So it was just me, my brother, my older sister, and her kids there. My older sister was in the room. All the kids were in the room. So fast forward to when my dad came home. He went upstairs because that day we was actually, me, my brother, and my mom and dad, we was actually supposed to be going to the mall to go ahead and get new clothes, and also the next day after that was supposed to be my brother's birthday the next day after that, which is like the worst thing in the world. We were supposed to go to Crystal Palace to go and set up everything for his birthday, like pay for the party and stuff or whatnot. So my dad went in the room to go and wake her up, and he kept trying to wake her up. He was like, "Wake up, wake up, wake up," and she wasn't waking up. At this point in time, he did not know that she was like she passed or anything like that. So he was still trying to like wake her up, and then maybe after 5 minutes, that's when he started yelling. He was like, "Wake up, wake up," and my heart sunk, because I've heard him do that before numerous times, and eventually she'll wake up. But this time, he was doing that for a cool 10 minutes. She wasn't waking up, and then he started yelling, and he was yelling for my older sister to come into the room. My older sister is very much older than me, and she was in her late 20s at the time. I was only literally 11, so yeah. So my older sister went into the room. When she opened the door, I seen my dad doing CPR on my mom, saying she's not breathing, blah 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 blah. Both of them was on the phone with 911, telling them that my mom was not breathing or whatnot. I was at that moment I was very, very I didn't know how to feel. I was feeling a whole bunch of different emotions. I was feeling scared. I was okay, if my mom is gone, who's gonna take care of us? Obviously I know I have my dad, but my mom was I did live in a two-parent household, so I always had both my parents with me growing up. Both my parents were very active in my life. It's just that my mom was the head of the household, so she handled literally everything: doctor's appointments, grocery shopping, literally everything. So I was who is gonna take care of me and my brother? I didn't so at the same time I was also kind of feeling everything's gonna be okay at the same time too, because for people who don't know, my mom was a very good mom. I do want to state that first. She was a very good mom. It's just certain situations and certain actions that she did, I wish that me and my brother never had to go through, such as being physically abused in ways that to me is not normal. Being hit with extension cords in the shower and stuff like that. So at the same time, I was feeling relieved, me and my brother is not gonna be beaten anymore anytime we do something wrong, So, but majority, I was obviously, sad. Either way it goes, that's my mom. Every child loves their parent, even if they say they don't, they do. So yeah, so I don't know exactly how my mom died. I don't know the exact cause of death, but going back down memory lane, there was a few times where I would hear her on the phone saying that she wished that she would just die and stuff like that. There was times where she would literally drink wine all day long, every single day, because she was so depressed with life. I don't know what she was depressed about or anything like that. But I did know, I heard a few times in my childhood hearing her say she just wants to die, she just wants to kill herself. And me being a kid, you know, like when you hear somebody says that, you don't really know what they mean. At least I didn't when I was a kid, because I never grew up like hearing about suicide or somebody killing themselves or somebody being depressed. I didn't even know what depression was when I was a kid. So so I did hear her say that a few times on the phone whenever she was talking to somebody. And I'm thinking back now, like I wish that I could have just told her that, like, you know, I'm there for her and she doesn't have to feel like that. Like, so I don't know if her cause of death was suicide, but that's just how I'm looking at it, because she was completely fine. Like, I know she had a few like health issues, but it was like nothing major. Like, it was just like sleep. Like, she couldn't sleep at night good, so she got prescribed sleeping pills. At one point in her time, like she had to sleep with like a breathing machine, because I don't know. I just seen her sleeping with a breathing machine, but that type of situation got better or whatever, so she stopped sleeping without a machine for like years, literally years. So I don't think it was anything caused by any underlying health issues, at least how I'm looking at it, because the day before she died, like, she was fine. At least I thought she was fine. Like, she was acting normal, she was talking normal, she was interacting with us normal. I do know that she did go somewhere, that the day before she died, she went somewhere to go get a shot or something like that. I don't know, but it wasn't for anything serious though. Like, she didn't have any underlying, because I know people's gonna be like, well, if she went to this, she must have had like health issues. She did not have any major health issues to where she would die from it. She didn't at all. She was completely fine. Like, she was fine. Like, so the day before, she was completely normal. She was talking to me normal and everything like that. Hold on. But yeah, so then I also hear stories maybe she could have had a heart attack in her sleep. But from what my dad told me is she literally woke up in the middle of the night and she went to use the bathroom, and she came back to lay back down, but she never complained that anything was wrong with her or anything like that. Like, she literally woke up in the middle of the night, went to the bathroom, came back in the room, and went to sleep. So I don't know if my family knows anything that happened to her and they just haven't told me, but from what I'm seeing is that they don't even know. So I can only go by, you know, things leading up to that. And the only thing that I can remember as a child is my mom literally saying that she wanted to die. Like, I remember that day so vividly of her being on the phone. Like, it was early morning. She was on her way to work. My dad was driving her work. Me and my brother were sitting in the back seat of the car, because obviously, like, we had to go. He was dropping us off at school after he dropped her off at work. And I literally remember her saying, like, she hated life, she wanted to die. And like, I swear to God, like, I wish that I would have knew better as a kid. Just like, she probably just needed somebody to tell her that they're there for her and that everything's okay. I don't know little things that went on in her own world. I don't know the problems that she was facing, because my parents always made sure that anything that was going on with them or anything in their lives in general, that it didn't affect me and my brother. Like, they didn't let us know about any problems or anything like that, which is good. But yeah, so that's the story of my mom dying. I know it's not as juicy as you guys would have liked it, but I'm just giving you guys my truth and everything that I know about the situation. I know most people didn't know that my mom had died. I know most people thought that I had a mom, but no, my mom is unfortunately not here anymore. So yeah, if you liked this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you didn't listen to me in the beginning and didn't subscribe to me, go ahead and leave this video now and go subscribe to me. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.